Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, New Japan America. So where we last left off, we just had our first monthly show. We did the Road to American Invasion, and we're leading into Strong Style Evolved in 13 days. So that's kind of, we've set up, whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot of healing. Okay, so looks like people need some time to heal. We'll keep that in mind. But yeah, anyways, so we have set up most of our schedule in the foreseeable future with Strong Style Evolved happening the 1st of December, leading into a monthly show every third week on Sunday. So now everything should be fine. I hope, because every time I try to book something comes up on these weird days where everyone's not available, like that. But we have our Strong Style Evolved show leading into, of course, Wrestle Kingdom America. So we don't really have a strong storyline set up for Wrestle Kingdom America, because we just kind of started to form the company. So a lot of what we're going to be doing is going to be kind of leading into that show and kind of building some matches. But I think we're going to have much longer booking. If we're trying to book it like New Japan, we're going to have much longer, almost a year-long sort of storyline beats leading into the next Wrestle Kingdom. So that's going to be kind of how we build the show. And we also are doing pretty good otherwise. Profitability-wise is not bad. We're clipping in about $30K in terms of revenue. So I have a suspicion that we'll quickly start to move up from regional cult, though we want to have a good foundation in our profitability before we do that, because cult is where you can very quickly lose money very, very easily. So we want to make sure we do not do that. Let's go ahead and I just want to check to see what are we looking at. So we got 13 momentum. What's our look here? We are located in the Southwest. We do need 47% in terms of importance to get to cult. So we're nowhere near that yet. We have to build up pretty drastically. We do have some extra footing in the tri-state area just because it's a hotbed. But right now, we're not going to be getting there anytime soon. We need to build it up first. But with a successful couple pay-per-views, I think we can do that pretty quickly. So I don't think there's anything crazy going on here. No. So I think we just have to go to our show. Let's go ahead and sim over to Strong Style Evolved, and hopefully nothing crazy happens in the meantime. Okay, we are at the end of November now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Let's just check the news real quick. It's like Chikara's Cybernetico tournament winner was Icarus for the third time. Kind of curious to see what's going on over there. Not much. They had a sellout, though. 1,000 people attending. Good for them. All right. We should check what's going on in CMLL, though, because that does affect us, sort of. Inside sources claim that CMLL have made several contract offers past 2 days. They look to expand their roster slightly. It's not clear whether these offers have been made to active wrestlers or not. So, something to keep a lookout on, because, obviously they are part of our sort of a family, I guess you would say, our little alliance in New Japan, and who they sign are people that we potentially could use. So it's good to look at. Do have a pay raise request from Matt. Yeah, I will just do 75. It seems like that kind of will make them happy without being angry. Now, if you remember, we still have 7 more days. We got some problems here, man. Bandito's out for 11 months. Chase Owens is out for a year. Matt is out for 5 months. Trent is out for 37 days. Yeah, that's high risk. I'm not willing to sacrifice his life for that. We could do surgery on Trent, though. Complete success. 22 days. Good. Man, I'd swear I am injury prone, apparently. I mean, we're going to expect more injuries with New Japan. It's just that the level of contact and the touring dates is definitely going to kind of cause some fatigue. So we have to be careful. Though the people that got injured, I don't think were fatigued. So, the game's out to get me. That's all. Okay, let's see here. Whoa. That is a lot of stuff going on here. Chuck made an extension with Smash. How are you guys working with Noah and New Japan? Makes no sense. Noah made a contract offer for Zack Sabre, Will Ospreay. All right, sure. So let's before we start, I just want to take a look. Now that everyone just signed a whole bunch of new contracts, am I gonna be screwed here? And is no one gonna be able to work this show? Because I swear. All right. Good. Because if I turn this page, I swear it's going to be hell to pay if everyone's not available anymore. We had that happen twice already. I'm not going to have it happen a third time. All right, let's go ahead and let's book Strong Style Evolved. 96% backstage rating, looking great. Lance Archer gave it locker room a lift as he unveiled a series of spot-on impressions of some of his colleagues. There you go. Everything's looking pretty good. Nobody has any real major beef. Tons of people are a positive influence. Very, very positive, happy locker room. Don't worry, we'll fix that soon enough. We'll probably ruin it all. Let's metal. That looks good. Nothing. I'm just trying to get random relationships going. It'd be nice. This will be broadcast on New Japan World. And it will take place in our brand new fight hall. What are we expecting? 3,100? And that should be more than enough people to fill this out. All right. Okay. Yeah, we'll pick that one. Assign. It's not really clicking it. No, that's fine. All right, let's book Strong Style Evolved and lead us into Wrestle Kingdom season. All right, so we got about 11 segments, including main event and an opener. Not bad. We spent most of our time. We went a little bit later than we expected, but it's hard to book stuff when so many people are injured. God. All right, so some people are going to be mad we left them off the show, but it just didn't really make sense to put them anywhere, and it's fine. So, anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into Strong Style Evolved. So we start off the show with just an opener. We have the tag team of Kodama and Oberian job out to the Killer Elite Squad. Didn't have much heat. Did have decent wrestling, though. Killer Elite Squad defeat Kodama and Oberian in 7 minutes and submit them with a sharpshooter. They debut. They get fine, but it gets the crowd hotter. It's kind of a work-the-crowd match. And it gives them something to do. They're actually not that bad, all things considered. 32 and 36 for where they are for respective levels for an opener is pretty okay. and then putting them in with a stronger performance. I figured we would kind of give them some wins, make them look dominant, while also debuting some of our opening act. D plus is fine. We have an exhibition match, a little trios action, 6-man match with Bullet Club, including the junior heavyweight tag team champions, versus the Elite, with Matt Jackson obviously injured and Nick Jackson kind of having to sub in and tag with the rest of them. Good wrestling. Good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Bullet Club end up defeating the Elite in 11 minutes. Austin Aries defeating Hangman Page by submission. C- is not too bad. This was another work the crowd. The other one wasn't a work the crowd. This was, and surprisingly, they did it. I don't know how Oberian and Kodama did it, but they worked the crowd. So this, we got a little penalty for having a work the crowd match while they were already hot. But pretty good all around. And then we start the storyline of the Lone Buck. We're going to start to build up Matt and Nick being separated with the injury. What will Nick do? Where will he go? And this is kind of where we start building up some of that story. And just kind of the start of it, of unfortunately losing the match, not because of him, but obviously we would have to wonder if Matt was there instead of Hangman, would they have won instead? Fale and Nick both improve, one in performance, one in technical. We have a tag team match between the champions, Evil and Jeff Cobb versus GOD. And in this, GOD actually defeat Evil and Cobb with some shenanigans. Tongalo defeats Cobb by pinfall, illegally using ropes for leverage, and end up becoming the heavyweight tag champions. So both the junior and the heavyweight tag team titles are now in the Bullet Club's clutches. Tama Tonga was a weak link, which, makes sense. Oddly enough, I guess I didn't put it in there. I also have a run-in of some extra diversions of Bad Luck Fale, but I don't see it. But either way, we have new tag team heavyweight champions through shenanigans, through some nefarious means that only the Bullet Club could pull off, and obviously Evil and Cobb are going to be pretty furious about this going forward. C- is not bad. We have another tag team match, this time with Chaos versus Drago and Phoenix, the sort of other, what are they? Are they the juniors of our LIA? I think they are. In a decent match, we have Drago and Phoenix defeating Will Ospreay and Switchblade in 18 minutes, while Drago defeats Will Ospreay by pinfall with a running twisted moonsault. In terms of in-ring work, Will Ospreay was head and shoulders above everybody else, which makes sense. Drago had a 41, Phoenix had a 61, Switchblade only had a measly 34, and Ospreay had a 71. And of course, we've built up a little bit more of the Judas and Chaos story with this. We get a C. It's not bad. And this leads us to an angle with Jay White. After the loss, Jay White ends up attacking Ospreay from behind. Finally, the weeks of build-up of Jay White disrespecting Ospreay and his leadership ends up kind of getting... The loss ends up getting to his head. He starts attacking him violently. He ends up getting a chair out. Ends up Blade Runnering him on top of the chair. So kind of a pretty violent assault on him. Unfortunately, actually lost heat from this segment, which is a bummer. D-. But now we have a division. Jay White clearly looking for control of Chaos, and Will Ospreay, I guess, de facto leadership now under overt challenging through him. And we have Kushida defending his junior heavyweight title against Bone Soldier. This is actually pretty good. C+ is better than I thought it would be. Decent, good wrestling, didn't have much heat. Kushida ends up defeating and retaining his title against Bone Soldier in 12 minutes with a Midnight Express. makes his first title defense with the championship. Bone Soldier's better than I thought it would be. 58. We just need to get him more popular. He's not over at all in America. So part of what we're trying to do here is I'm thinking of, put him with people, get him popular, get him over. He can work, so we know he can do it. Maybe we give him a title run somewhere. But we got to build some momentum for him. And this is definitely the type of match that would do it. And of course, we actually start the storyline with a loss, the rise of the Bone Soldier, because we move into Kushida trying to shake Taiji's hand, and Taiji instead attacking him, and kind of leaving him grounded on the ground, leaving just disgusted with the whole thing. Loses heat because he's just has no popularity yet. It's just we need to build it. But we see Kushida was trying to offer a very baby face, like, wow, you're good in there. I respect you. And Bone Soldier offers no respect, no gratitude whatsoever. He wants to win, and that's all. And so we start to build that a little bit here. We have an exhibition match with Minoru Suzuki, who is fighting Rush, kind of taking up that old Suzuki-gun versus LIJ heat, and fighting essentially the original creator of LIJ. It's a decent match. Suzuki actually wins in 11 minutes, gets a submission of a rear naked chokehold, and ends up making Rush pass out. Does 62 is pretty good. Rush's gimmick isn't great. We have to look at that. He's not suited well for it. Suzuki seemed off his game, and they're both about evenly matched. Suzuki's kind of declining, so we're going to be getting less and less performances from him, and we're going to have to really kind of protect him when we put him in there. And we have Juice Robinson versus Elgin. This is for the number one contendership for the United States title. And Robinson ends up defeating Elgin in 14 minutes with taste. They both do pretty well. Got the crowd buzzing. That's a C. Yeah, that's not bad. We gain heat with our Elgin-sized roadblocks storyline. So maybe we'll do more with these guys. It seemed like that went pretty well. But yeah, right now Juice is now in line for the championship shot for his road to redemption. And obviously, he kind of celebrates about it. He celebrates, becomes number one contender for the U.S. Championship. And finally, we have Sabre in an exhibition match for Strong Style Evolved. Since he does not have a number one contender yet, Sabre fights Jushin Thunder Liger. It's pretty good. Jushin's weak, but we protected him. Sabre looked great, which is what we wanted him to look. Not much to say about it other than did pretty well. 60, about what you can, probably the higher end that you could get out of Jushin Thunder. Not bad. And afterwards, Sabre starts spouting out a bunch of nonsense again on his microphone. He's talking about the match, talking about this is a new era for New Japan. Jushin was the old and he's the new. There's a new army. It's a Sabre army. And of course, as he talks about Sabre-gun, Suzuki ends up coming out and kind of crossing his arms and staring at him down from the sides of the arena. And nothing happens. They don't confront one another, but Sabre clearly sees him and kind of is taken aback a second. Suzuki is none too pleased about Sabre's claim that he runs the Suzuki-gun army and is making his own, and clearly the tension is heating up between it. And obviously it advances and gains heat. Not bad. 58, C- is fine. Kind of would want to end it on a slightly higher note than that, but that's not too bad. We ended with a D+. Could have been better. Some weak middle points kind of hurt us, including the Bone Soldier segment probably hurt us the most, unfortunately. But you know what? We have to invest in him a little bit. And if giving him more promo time with Kushida and working them together is how we do it, then so be it. Jay White was used too much. Tama Tonga was used too much. Bone Soldier was used too much. Yeah. So, I mean, part of our problems here is that these guys are not popular in America, and we need to build them up to get more popularity. Because we do have a partial popularity thing. It's not entirely just focused on performance. So, unfortunately, we're going to get these penalties and hits as we build up their notoriety within the United States. Everyone does well. I'm going to give Rush a compliment. I'm going to give Bone Soldier a great performance, give him a boost. Somebody was off their game, weren't they? Nah, they're fine. And we'll just tell Jay White he's awesome. Everyone's happy, which is fine. We'll get that little bonus from it, a little bit of a boost. All right. Let's see what's going on here. We got some healing that we need to deal with. Pretty decent TV ratings. 0.17 is about the same that we were at before. So, not that bad. Any reports? Show went down really well. Feedback was excellent. We had 3,200 fans. And that leads us to the road to Invasion. And then, of course, Wrestle Kingdom, which will have to build this sort of short feud Wrestle Kingdom America. And then really, I think this will start kicking off once we pass Wrestle Kingdom and we look upon the 2019 year. How do we best invest in New Japan America to try to boost our popularity up and really start working on some of our local talent? I'm really hoping we get some young lions soon. We do have our dojo up, and I kind of want to get some people, honestly. We do have our Los Angeles dojo that we own. Shibata's running it. Have not seen any people pop up yet. Unfortunately, it's a technical based male. Really haven't seen anybody show up yet. Should be soon. Usually it takes a couple months until people start spitting out, but we're going to want them to kind of build up our roster of openers. I would love to do a Young Lion Cup at some point. We might scout. We might scout and find some Young Lions, even though the Young Lion system isn't here actually in the States. I think in the game you can't, even if you have the Young Lion system available, I think it only works in Japan. Something I kind of hope that you can modify in 2020 when the new game comes out, because I would love to see the ability to kind of customize that and have those options available, because I would love to have a Young Lions division more split like that. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time.